0% for 72 months. Service? Hey, nobody's better.
Let me tell y'all about selection. We got over 450 new Ford F-150s on the ground and on sale. Super selection of Ford Super Duties, too. F2, 3, 4, and 550s right here in Baxley. Some restrictions apply, but not many.
Ford Expedition, over 70 in stock. And any new 19 can be yours at up to $13,000 savings. Ain't nothing to it but to go on and do it.
Over 80 all-new 2020 Ford Explorers. Woody Folsom Ford. Better get to Baxley for the right price, service, and selection. Dealer for details.
Celebrating 50 years as the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
WIFO-FM, Jesup.
Now the latest from the Georgia 811 Call Before You Dig News Center on GNN.
I'm Matt McClure. A group of suspected neo-Nazi terrorists have recent ties to Georgia. 6 suspects of an extremist group called The Base have allegedly been investigated by federal and state authorities. 3 men were arrested last week before federal agents say they were headed to a gun rights rally in Richmond, Virginia. Records collected by the AJC revealed they visited the base's regional training camp a few miles south of Rome twice last year. Atlanta-based UPS is training its drivers on how to spot cases of sex trafficking. GNN's Rob Stadler with more.
UPS has already instructed its freight drivers on what to watch for when it comes to human trafficking. Now it's taking that training to those who bring packages into neighborhoods.
They have a role to play that maybe no one else is going to play in that person's life.
Helen Van Dam is with the group Truckers Against Trafficking. She tells CBS 46 the drivers will be looking for signs like tattoos on young women that show ownership by pimps who are trying to fool everyone else.
They're counting on everyone thinking that the person they're selling is just a prostitute, just a hooker.
130,000 UPS delivery drivers will be trained nationwide. Rob Stadler, GNN News.
Well, CDC teams are at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport screening international passengers arriving from China for the coronavirus. But should you really be worried?
For some of the folks who might be at home, feeling scared about seeing this new infection, if you're one of the 60% of Americans who haven't gotten their flu shot, that's probably the most effective intervention they can do to try and stay healthy. Emory infectious disease specialist Dr. Jay Varkey is part of the CDC team. He tells CBS 46 that while 17 people have died of coronavirus worldwide, it's estimated 17,000 have died from the flu in the U.S. And Gwinnett County commissioners turning down an elections board request to extend early voting for the March primary. The period will last for 12 days at 7 precincts rather than 19 days. Matt McClure, GNN News.
Murphy's Builder Supply is where you need to go for all your home improvement projects and hardware needs. They've been serving folks in this area since 1946. Murphy's offers some products and services that you may not know about. They now sell ammunition, both bullets and shells. Murphy's also sells personalized tags for dog collars. They build customized screens for windows and doors. Murphy's can rekey locks, and of course they can make keys. They cut glass for windows, plus Murphy's has monthly door buster specials. Check their Facebook page to see what's on sale. Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
For the best car wash at the best price, then go to the new Nips Car Wash, located at 459 Highway 301 South, down from McDonald's in Jesup. Nips Car Wash features state-of-the-art IQ automatic car wash system. Every car or truck that enters the automatic IQ wash system is scanned to capture its unique vehicle profile to give you a great car wash every time. Nips Car Wash also features 2 self-service bays where you can choose from a variety of accessories such as foam brush, tire brush, bug off, wax, clear coat, and spot-free rinse with powerful blowers located in each bay to top off your car wash experience at an affordable price. For the best quality car wash around, go to the new Nips Car Wash, located down from McDonald's on the left on Highway 301 South in Jesup. That's Nips Car Wash with a state-of-the-art IQ automatic wash system on Highway 301 South down from McDonald's in Jesup.
Time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show on WIFO-FM at 8:04, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply and Nips Car Wash. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Jonathan. It is election year, and again, the politicians starting to roll in. Again, we've got a man in here running for First District Congressional seat, Mr. Danny Merritt. He's been in before. Danny, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
A lot going on in Washington, D.C. Just get your thoughts on what's taking place in the impeachment hearings.
I mean, I think we're seeing a impeachment hearing seems like it's been going on for 3 years. You know, the Democrats have been trying to impeach this president since before, from when he announced. I think it's going to be a failure. I think it's going to lead to us gaining control of the House in the 2020 elections. But above all, the American people, we deserve better. We deserve better. Our taxpayer dollars should be going to, doing things that are going to benefit the lives of the American people. And what I see in D.C. right this second is a bunch of overpaid third graders, fighting over absolutely nothing.
And it's kind of sad what's going on in Washington, D.C. A lot of people out there may not know who you are, so tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, why you decided to get into this race.
Sure thing. My name's Danny Merritt. I am a combat veteran. I got 17 years in the United States Army, now currently Army Reservist. I own a few companies here in Georgia's 1st District. I've co-founded 9 Line Apparel with my brother Tyler. I own a Southern Lifestyle company and also Downside Investment Group. One of the things that I bring to the table as a congressional candidate is, selfless service. I understand what it means to put everybody else first. I've been doing that my entire adult life. I understand small business. I understand how important jobs are in Georgia's 1st District and how to bring them to this district. So I think the combination of my leadership and military service and sacrifice and 2 combat deployments and my ability to grow businesses in Georgia's 1st District give me, a great vantage point on how to kind of steer Georgia's 1st District into, even more successful than we are right today.
And you reside in Savannah. Did you grow up in Savannah?
I did not. I grew up in the Northeast, and I've been bouncing around the United States for the last 17 years in the armed forces. I settled here in Savannah about 7 years ago.
In the elections, they qualify in March. Local candidates qualify here in Wayne County. Where do you have to go to qualify? Atlanta? You go to Atlanta?
We have to go to Atlanta to qualify, correct? Yeah.
So, you're running on the Republican ballot. We currently have an incumbent in that also. That's kind of unusual. Like I said, the president doesn't have anybody running against him, so you don't see people running against incumbent candidates. So why do you decide to run against Carter?
I think competition is really important. Competition is important in small business. It's also important in politics. It makes people work harder. It makes people do the right thing. It drives prices down. So I think what we need in Washington, D.C. is some change. We keep on sending the same type of folks to Washington, D.C. on a regular basis. We put them in office, and then we sit back and we complain about how nothing's happening. So, we need to change the game. We need less career politicians in office. We need more regular folks like yourself and me, more business owners, more veterans. And I think I bring something special to the table as an outsider. And I think we've seen with the election of Donald Trump what an outsider can do in Washington, D.C. in terms of draining the swamp. And I will do the exact same thing right here in this district.
I'm not running for anything. I'm running for the county line. I'm not I'm not running for anything. So tell us, your vision if you get in there. What are some things you'd like to see done? I said the Republicans do control it pretty much. But like I said, it is a constant battle with the Democratic Party. It's some things are getting done, but like I said, right now this impeachment thing, Congressman Carter told me he thinks it's going to drag out for 2-3 weeks. So I told him, I said, most people are just tuned out and not really paying attention. I mean, it's just kind of boring. I think if you want to take a good nap, you can watch it for a couple hours and it'll put you to sleep.
It put me right to sleep last night. You got to be able to pick and choose the fights that you're going to pick in Washington, D.C. We know with a Democrat-held Congress that there's certain things that you're not going to be able to move the needle on. But there's certain things that you absolutely can, make effective change in. Specifically, what I think I'd be able to accomplish within the first term as a congressman is, to continue to make veteran care better. We lose 22 service members a day, and that's a real number, and it really hits home to somebody like myself. There's a huge correlation between the 22 a day and service members in mental health and substance abuse. And what we need to do is we need to make those two services available at the clinic level for veterans across the entire United States. You know, this is an issue that is a bipartisan issue. This is not a Republican issue. This is not a Democrat issue, but it's an American issue. And how we treat our first responders and how we treat our veterans is important. So this would be a fight that would be worth picking, or this would be something that I think you can get Democrats and Republicans to get behind when there seems to be, you know, a lot of gridlock on other issues. So the veteran issue is something that is tackleable, if that is a word, and I'll get it done.
It's a big district, so you traveling, you know, to explain how big the district is, and it goes from Savannah, Wayne, you know, it's a lot of, how many, 16 counties, is that correct?
Yeah, it's close. It is a big district, and it's a wonderful district. You know, we have military bases, we got the ports, you know, we have, you know, the timber industry, there's really everything that you could ever ask for. You know, we have the entire coastline, we have, you know, commercial fishing. I mean, this district has so much potential, and I think that there's still a lot more potential to realize. As we travel around, you know, we get to meet everyone. You know, I spend most of my time, you know, outside of Savannah. You know, I think the big worry for folks in the district is that, you know, Savannah gets all the recognition, Savannah gets all the attention, and I agree, and I think that needs to change. So I've spent probably 90% of my time outside Chatham County because I think it's the outlying counties that are the most disenfranchised. I sat and spoke with folks in the timber industry. You know, some of the just basic things, basic regulations that are just getting in their way of, you know, being able to make a living in the state of Georgia is ridiculous, and they've been ignored. You know, one of the largest industries in the state of Georgia. We're the number one, you know, exporter of, you know, timber in the entire country, and they just feel disenfranchised. So I've spent a lot of my time, you know, speaking with the farmers, speaking with the folks in the timber industry. Not as much time with Gulfstream and the ports and you know, the fancy schmancy places in Savannah, and because they don't need that type of help right this second. We have so many outlying counties that are dying for industry, and I would focus my attention on bringing jobs there.
Just joining us, Danny Merritt is in the studios with us. He's a candidate for 1st District Congress here in the district. When you said you've been out, you know, campaigning, what's on the minds of the people? I ask that politicians all the time. When you meet these people, you know, what are they concerned about? What do they ask you about? What do they want done?
I think the number one concern where we really need to all together as a country kind of focus is healthcare. You know, if you're extremely poor or extremely wealthy, it's not a big deal. But most of us, like you and I, you know, we kind of sit in that middle ground. And, you know, people are held captive in places they don't want to live, in jobs they don't want to work for, you know, because healthcare is so expensive, and it's a huge, you know, determining factor in your life, you know, where you're going to get your healthcare. You know, we need to drive prices down. We can do that through competition. We need to have a lot more transparency in what the hospitals are charging, what the insurance companies are charging. And I think that we've done, you know, a horrible job so far trying to make healthcare more affordable for not just Georgia's 1st District, but for the United States of America. So I think that's on the mind of most folks. People are concerned about our border. They want a wall. They want to know who's coming in and out, same way that you'd want to know who's coming in and out of your house. They want to make sure that their candidate is pro-life, which I am. I think those are some of the top issues that are on the forefronts of folks' minds here. And I think I represent, you know, the values in Georgia's 1st District to the T.
You mentioned health care. You know, you hear that debate all the time. Where do you stand on it? What do you think is the best solution for health care? You know, they battle that all the time.
You know, if it was an easy solution, you know, it would have been done by now. I think what we need to focus on is the special interest in Washington, D.C. So much of these healthcare costs are, you know, just lobbyists going to work, making sure that the insurance companies are taken care of. And what we need is the exact opposite. You know, we need to kind of make sure that, you know, the American people are taken care of. And I think, you know, it just seems to be something that's eating Washington, D.C. from the inside out is just the status quo of corruption. I mean, corruption in Washington, D.C. I see it all the time.
Again, Danny Merritt in the studios running for First District Congress. So qualifying is less than a month away, right? March the 6th. I mean, a little over a month away, right? So
yes, sir.
And then, like I said, there's the way I understand it. There's you, Congressman Carter. There's third Republican candidate on the ballot. Is right? There's three. There's three people running on the Republican side in this race.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
several on the Democratic side, right? So it's going to be a pretty crowded race.
I think it's going to be a crowded race, but I think here's
any debates set up for people to.
Well, you guys, aren't we hosting one here? You said you guys were going to do that, no?
We'll try. I think that'd be good.
So I've been trying. I've been kicking and screaming.
We can do our best. I'm sure we'll get Congressman Carter in here.
Getting Buddy Carter to debate me.
I'm not even sure who the third candidate. Who's the third candidate?
Third candidate is another veteran who's running out of Savannah.
Savannah. Do you know him?
I know him in passing.
You know his name?
I'm drawing a blank.
I can't call his name either. Like I said, I'm just. What is it? I'm not sure. I just know it's going to be interesting. They said 3 people on the Republican ticket, so it'll be fun to see how it all plays out.
Well, here's what I've seen so far, and this is why I stick behind. Even though it's a Republican running against a Republican, I think at the end of the day, we're all going to support each other. When I win, I know Buddy Carter's going to support me, which is going to be wonderful, and I think that's important. It's important to make sure that we stick together to the finish line. But I'll tell you what's also important is, like I said in the beginning, the competition factor is a positive. It's a net positive. We have seen from when I jumped into this race 6 months ago to now, we've seen our current congressman work a lot harder, get out to areas that he normally wouldn't go and visit. This is I am competition. I would be worried if I was Buddy Carter. And it's making him work harder. And when I win, I hope in 2 years that I have another, stud that comes out and tries to push me out and forcing me to continue to do my best as Georgia's 1st District Congressman. So competition is always going to be a good thing for the American people, and it's going to be great for this district.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. Like I said, what's your schedule? You got a lot of places here in Wayne County you're going the campaign, or what?
Yeah, we have a few stops today, and we'll be in the county for the remainder of today.
You have anybody in Wayne County helping you out? Are there people in Wayne County in this camp that are?
Yeah. We actually we're lucky to have about 300 volunteers. We have team captains or team managers in each county. So we're pretty well organized. Actually, we're very well organized, and really running something that I am truly proud of, a real grassroots campaign. I mean, we're not funded by Big Pharma. We're not funded by Big Oil. We're funded by people in this district. All of our donations have come from this district.
You have a website people go on and learn more about or read more about?
Yes, sir. We meritforcongress.com is if you want to show your support, if you want to sign up to volunteer, if you want to donate, $10 or $100,000, whatever you'd like. And also on Facebook, go to Merritt for Congress and show up on Thursday nights around 8. I do a Facebook Live every single week where folks from all over can ask me questions and see where I stand on any issue.
Well, we'll look forward to the campaign. Like I said, qualifying gets underway early March, and like I said, then the race will be underway, and people will be headed to the polls. New voting machines are away. That'll be nice to see how the new voting machines work out. We had a probate judge in here the other day explaining the new voting process, but it should be interesting how everybody gets adjusted to that. So,
yeah,
are you familiar with the new machines?
I'm pretty familiar with the new machines. We got an entire hour briefing on them. It seems like it's kind of failure proof. You get the vote, it gets printed out, you can save a copy. I know the Democrats weren't all excited about that.
It just seems like the return's going to take forever to get because she says they have to hand count the ballots. So, how long is that going to take in Savannah?
I don't know, but it's better than the old way where you could hanging chads and you can pick and choose how you want it to go. I think it's a good machine, good system. It was expensive,
Right. Well, it's good. Like I said, the good news is the state funded it, and like I said, they didn't pass it on to the county, so that was a good thing. So at least the state picked up the tab on that. So
yes, sir.
Provide all this. I think they said at the Eggs and Issues breakfast. I can't remember the entire price tag is pretty high, but each county it came out to like $360,000 for each county. So when we broke it down, it wasn't, but it's like it's a pretty expensive venture for the state. But like I said, they've had such trouble with people wanted a paper trail, so now they got a paper trail. So I'm like you. I think it's a good thing. Hopefully it'll go smooth.
I think it's going to be a much better system from what I know.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming in. Like I said, wish you the best of luck. I'm sure we'll see you now between now and
I'd love to come on. Anytime you guys want me on, I'll be here.
We'll see if we can't line up the debate. That'd be fun to have both you and Congressman Carter in the studio at the same time.
Oh, man, that would be wonderful.
I think we can do that. So I can work on that.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
I appreciate it.
Have to get some sponsors that make some money.
Let's do it.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, we'll be back with more of the Butch and Bob Show after this.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup is your one-stop health shop for most all your healthcare needs. They offer same-day appointments, and walk-ins are welcome for medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, and massage therapy care for immediate treatment and pain relief for injuries and illnesses of all conditions. Advance Healthcare specializes in the treatment of spinal and joint pains, headaches, neurological and muscle conditions, and family medical needs. Advance Healthcare accepts and files most major insurance plans, accepts motor vehicle and workman's comp cases, and they make self-pay plans affordable for everyone so you can get the care you need right away. Call or walk into Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup or visit their website at ahc4health.com to explore the many ways they can quickly serve you. Advance Healthcare Center, serving the Wayne County area for over 27 years. Feel better today.
The all-out blowout is on at the home of the sweet deal. Woody Folsom Nissan Vidalia. We give you more car for your money and more money for your car. Let's trade rides. All remaining 2019 Ultimas. Take $5,000 off MSRP. All remaining 2019 Pathfinders. Take $6,500 off. Get maximum savings on Maximas. All remaining 2019 Maximas. Rip that sticker and save $7,000.
These cars are made by Nissan and priced by Woody. So talk to us and we'll pop a deal on you. Popping ain't stopping. Check us out online at WoodyFolsomNissan.com or both sides of East 1st Street by day.
Or we also have 0% options on select vehicles when you finance with NEMAC. Hot news! Just removed from rental. 10 and only 10 2018 Nissan Kicks. Snap them up for $14,989. Get in here to the all-out blowout at Woody Folsom Nissan Vidalia. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Wait, talk to me.
8:23 here at the Big Dog WIFO World Famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Nips Car Wash and Murphy Builder Supply. Well, pro bowling.
They had the skill challenge last night. I watched a little bit of that. To that, Russell Wilson's fun to watch. But the AFC one came down to dodgeball to decide who's going to win the contest. And my man Cameron Hayward, the Pittsburgh Steelers, was the MVP of that. Him and Jarvis Landry. So I don't know why dodgeball determined the skills challenge, but that's what it came down to yesterday. So AFC defeated the NFC in the skills challenge.
Is that like a home run derby type thing?
Yeah, well, they did. Yeah, they have to throw the ball through
tires,
little holes,
Yeah.
And they did some other stuff. So, but I guess entertainment, But I was bored. I was flipping the channels. That's the only thing that was on last night. Wasn't much on last night. So, but the Pro Bowl. We carrying that game 3:00.
No, we don't have one this year. I've called and checked, and they, for whatever reason, this year they are not doing it.
ABC and ESPN's got the telecast Sunday at 3. So from Orlando, it should be good weather down there. So, and the Super Bowl was set for a week from Sunday.
Yeah,
looking forward to Super Bowl Saturday. Got my tickets for the drawing. Like I said, once again, probably won't win, but at least I got a chance.
You can't win if you don't play.
One time. Just be so nice to get into the money.
How about tennis down there in Australia? Did you hear that?
I saw Serena got beat.
Yeah, she got beat, and then you had a 15-year-old that upset the defending champion. So
that's who beat her, right? I mean, that's who beat Serena, the 15-year-old.
No. The 15-year-old beat the defending Australian Open champion, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I haven't played tennis in forever. Were you a big tennis player when you were young?
No.
Not at all.
Not one of my sports, no.
No, I played tennis. I wasn't very good at it, just like you're not good at golf. We were talking about that earlier, that you were a 70s golfer, and you only golf when it's in the 70s, but...
Yeah, here you go. Your 15-year-old. It's right there. I had it and I lost it. I get it here again. 15-year-old drops defending champ.
Yeah.
Coco Gauff upsets defending champion Naomi Osaka at the Australian Open. I was watching a little bit of the golf yesterday. So PGA Tour is underway, so it'll be the Masters before you know it. In fact, CBS is already showing ads for the Masters.
Wow, already?
Already. Getting ready for the big showdown in Augusta.
How long is the waiting line? How many years out are you on if you want to get tickets?
It's tough. They got a long waiting list, though. But
unless you know somebody.
Yeah, but great place.
Have you been?
Been several times. I've been fortunate to be up there a couple times, but it's been fun.
Just for the the Pro-Am or in the
the highlights going by and seeing John Daly. John Daly pulls a camper up there and signs autographs and takes pictures. So that's he doesn't get to play anymore. He just shows up. He's like Pete Rose at the Hall of Fame. He shows up, signs autographs, and takes pictures.
So, but have you been actually to a competition round?
Yeah, a competition round.
Yep.
Because
I know that it's easier to get in for the
practice
Wednesday.
rounds.
Yes,
right. That's always fun. They have the par 3 competition. That's always fun to watch. But I've been fortunate to be in a practice round and a competition round.
Cool. One thing I've always noticed about the Masters is that weekend in April, the weather can be beautiful, and then when it's Masters weekend here in Georgia, it always seems to turn breezy and cool.
What about the weather today? You said this rain's getting out of here this afternoon?
Yes, it is supposed to blow through here, and then we're going to be around 60 over the weekend for the highs and in upper 30s for the lows in clear skies.
Good. Sounds good. You ever been to this reenactment of Doctortown?
No, I haven't. And I was wondering about that. Where is the Doctortown Monument? I've gone out there to look for that. It's at the bridge, I think, but you can't get to the bridge anymore.
Tomorrow it's from 10 to 6. Again, it's going to take place on the Savannah Highway at the Douglas Way intersection, which is next to Mitchell Service Center. Do you know where that's at?
Yeah, that's right there. Right there by the donut place, just before the donut place, at the light there. That's where it's going to be.
That's where they say it's going to be. It's going to be presented on the Savannah Highway at the Douglas Way intersection, which is next to Mitchell Service Center.
I don't think. Like I said, I've tried to go out there and look at the.
Runs from 10 to 6.
They have the plaque out there. And maybe somebody can text us in and let us know. But you can't get back to the bridge anymore where the plaque is supposed to be because you've got whatever business is back there, industry, and you can't get in there. So I'm not sure where that is now. But okay, well that would kind of explain it, wouldn't it?
A lot of Civil War buffs out there that will go to that. Like I said, they'll have a camp set up, and they got live musket fire and a flag demonstration. So it should be a nice event. That's tomorrow. So don't forget the childbirth class at Wayne Memorial Hospital. That's tomorrow. If you're interested in that, they state this is ideal for those expecting mothers 25 weeks pregnant or later by the class date. Again, the class is tomorrow, January 25th, from 9 to 1. And again, if you're interested, call 530-3118 and 530-3117. And of course, the big event tomorrow at the Farmers Market, the Sheriff's Department having the Kiss the Pig contest. So one of these.
You've been involved in that before.
Yeah, I've had to do that in the downtown development or the Archfest. I did that at the Archfest. No, I don't recommend it, but it'll be interesting to see which one of these contestants has to kiss the pig. Sheriff John Carter, County Commissioner Herschel hires Josh Huffman from the Fire Department, Jody Lewis with Marshland Credit Union, Molly Hall from the DDA, Reggie Burgess with Wayne County Board of Education, Keith Laracy, Victory Tabernacle, Nick Ellis, Jesup PD, Dina Bennett, Chamber of Commerce, Adam Pruitt, Scriven Police Fire Department, Michael Kirkley with Wayne County High School Show Team, Terry Nickel from Western Sizzlin, and Steve Crane from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. Again, 3 ways to win the honor of Kissing the Pig: raise the most money, raise the least money, and Facebook favorite on the Wayne County Sheriff's Department's page. So you can vote for your favorite contestant. Also, they got a public safety chili cook-off. Come out and try some prepared chili by the Wayne County first responders, so that'll be good. Plus, they've got a cake live auction. They've got a pile of cakes they're going to be auctioning off tomorrow as well. So that's all taking place tomorrow afternoon between 5 and 8 at the farmers market here in Jesup. So that should be fun. So,
yeah. Have you ever been in a dunking booth?
I have.
You've done that too.
I've done it all. That's not too bad.
Yeah, in the summer it wouldn't be, but if you like
most people like you can't hit the target, so you sit there for a while. But every now and then,
somebody gets lucky and nails it up. Have you ever seen where they do the? I've seen a couple of clips where they do the at hockey games, where they have just the width of the puck to win a truck, and you see there was one woman in her 60s that just
did it,
just horrible form, but nailed it. It just kind of slowly went right through into the goal, and she won a truck.
That's still a great scene in that movie, Dilemma, with Vince Vaughn and his friend. His friend gets to go down there, and he makes the shot. Barely.
I mean, what are the odds, though, of the
not very good, but like I said, every now and then you see people do it. It's like those people doing half-court shots in basketball.
Every now and then they do it. To win a contest. Somebody's going to do it, but that, like I say, with radio stations where you give away a car, you're giving away $1 million or whatever, there are bonding companies that you pay, just a small fee. It's like insurance. They know that the odds are
slim and none. And slim left town.
Yes. What was, how many years ago was it that if you picked your bracket correctly, you won however much?
Oh, yeah. Like the NCAA bracket, you got to pick it all the way through.
If you picked it perfectly, you won some ridiculous number.
Yeah. They do that every year, but nobody wins.
The odds on that are just astronomical,
especially upsets. But I think ESPN does it every year, $1 million bracket. If you fill it out correctly, you win $1 million. But I don't think anybody's claimed it yet.
Was it the guy from Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage? Who is that? That's whatever multi-billionaire that had some ridiculous number that if you did it perfectly, it was like $300 million or something. And but the odds on that are just, I don't even know what they were. That you'd be more likely to be struck by lightning or eaten by a shark than to get your bracket perfect.
And March Madness will be here before you know it.
Yeah,
that's the next big event after the Super Bowl. So, I said high school baseball right around the corner. Fun day next Saturday. That'll be fun. I said kickoff banquet a week from tonight, 6:30 at the Commons area. So they'll kick off the banquet, kick off the season, get ready for 30 games here on Big Dog Country for 105.5 home and away. So high school baseball is here.
Yeah, now before the fun day, I'd seen a post where they're going to have gold and black games, 28th and 29th or whatever, that you're invited out for that.
Right.
So we're getting ready. It's going to be inter-squad and then fun day and the banquet and everything else. We're here. We are ready for that and Braves baseball right here on WIFO FM. Well, Bob, have a great weekend. Try and stay warm, and hopefully maybe you will hit the links. No, you're shaking your head. Nope, none after last weekend.
Won't be there. We'll see you.
All right, have a good weekend. World famous Butch and Bob Show on WIFO, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply and Nips Car Wash. Good morning from the Big Dog WIFO at 8:34.
3 main reasons people buy vehicles from one dealership over another are price, service, and selection. Woody Folsom Ford has the right price. New 19 Crew Cab F-150 XLT gives you either up to $14,000 off MSRP or 0% for 72 months. Service? Hey, nobody's better.
Let me tell y'all about selection. We got over 450 new Ford F-150s on the ground and on sale. Super selection of Ford Super Duties too. F2, 3, 4, and 550s right here in Baxley. Some restrictions apply, but not many.
Ford Expedition, over 70 in stock, and any new 19 can be yours at up to $13,000 savings. Ain't nothing to it but to go on and do it.
Over 80 all-new 2020 Ford Explorers. Woody Folsom Ford. Better get to Bexley for the right price, service, and selection.
The birthday and anniversary calendar here on Big Dog Country is aired weekday mornings about 7:25 right after local news. It's easy to let us know who you know is having a birthday or anniversary. Email us the birthdays and anniversaries at birthdays@bigdogcountry.com. Text them in at 912-427-3711 or call them in weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 427-3711. Then listen in about 7:25 weekday mornings to hear the birthdays and anniversaries right here on WIFO 105.5 FM.
Now the latest from the Georgia 811 Call Before You Dig News Center on GNN.
I'm Matt McClure. A group of suspected neo-Nazi terrorists have recent ties to Georgia. 6 suspects of an extremist group called The Base have allegedly been investigated by federal and state authorities. 3 men were arrested last week before federal agents say they were headed to a gun rights rally in Richmond, Virginia. Records collected by the AJC revealed they visited the base's regional training camp a few miles south of Rome twice last year. Atlanta-based UPS is training its drivers on how to spot cases of sex trafficking. GNN's Rob Stadler with more.
UPS has already instructed its freight drivers on what to watch for when it comes to human trafficking. Now it's taking that training to those who bring packages into neighborhoods.
They have a role to play that maybe no one else is going to play in that person's life.
Helen Van Dam is with the group Truckers Against Trafficking. She tells CBS 46 the drivers will be looking for signs like tattoos on young women that show ownership by pimps who are trying to fool everyone else.
They're counting on everyone thinking that the person they're selling is just a prostitute, just a hooker.
130,000 UPS delivery drivers will be trained nationwide. Rob Stadler, GNN News.
Well, CDC teams are at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport screening international passengers arriving from China for the coronavirus. But should you really be worried?
For some of the folks who might be at home, feeling scared about seeing this new infection, if you're one of the 60% of Americans who haven't gotten their flu shot, that's probably the most effective intervention they can do to try and stay healthy. Emory
infectious disease specialist Dr. Jay Varkey is part of the CDC team. He tells CBS 46 that while 17 people have died of coronavirus worldwide, it's estimated 17,000 have died from the flu in the U.S. And Gwinnett County commissioners turning down an elections board request to extend early voting for the March primary. The period will last for 12 days at 7 precincts rather than 19 days. Matt McClure, GNN News.
8:37 here at the Big Dog WIFO FM. Let's get a look at your GNN Weather Center forecast.
Hi, good morning. Happy weekend. Showers are likely early, then later becoming mostly sunny. There's still a slight chance of afternoon showers. Mostly clear tonight, upper 30s. Mostly sunny, mid-50s for tomorrow, upper 30s tomorrow night. Then Sunday, mostly sunny, upper 50s. A chance of showers Sunday night. Monday, mostly sunny, slight chance of showers, highs in the upper 50s. Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
River level 11 feet rising, projected to crest at 12, 11 feet rising river level. Next tide, low 206, high this evening 749, 6.2 feet, sunset at 5:55. Currently, Bob Morgan can't drive 55 degrees here at the Big Dog WIFO. That is your GNN Weather Center forecast.
Stop creditor harassment today. Stop the worry of a pending repossession, garnishment, or foreclosure. Contact the Bankruptcy Group, attorney R. Flake Cabinet, for an experienced assessment of your financial situation. They have locations in Brunswick, Hazelhurst, and now Jesup. They are a debt relief agency. They help people file for bankruptcy relief. Contact legal assistant Tanya Blanton at 912-375-5620. 375-5620 to set up your free consultation. Let the Bankruptcy Group do the worrying for you. Now serving Jesup.
Tired of living in pain? If so, come to Smart Physical Therapy, located across from Dr. Hendricks behind the hospital. At Smart, we take pride in providing our patients with the one-on-one care that they need and deserve using advanced manual therapy techniques such as dry needling and manipulative therapy. Our compassionate and knowledgeable team can help you achieve the most optimal outcome. We will now be offering a free informational session every Friday from 12 until 2 on expectations following surgery. We'll be there one-on-one to answer any questions you may have. If you're looking to have surgery, give us a call to set up a free pre-op appointment. Remember, it's your choice where to go for your physical therapy needs, so choose Smart Physical Therapy. Our number is 559-2071. 559-2071. Again, 559-2071. Ask for Garrett Pye, Clayton Connors, or Nick Child. Smart Physical Therapy. At 8:40, let's focus on the family with Jim Daly here on The Big Dog, brought to you this morning by Neesmith Chevrolet.
When it comes to the best trucks, nothing beats Chevy. When it comes to the best deals, nobody beats Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC in Jesup. Drive a 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 2-wheel drive custom with 4.3-liter EcoTech V6 and custom value package. Just $259 a month. That's a deal crazier than Georgia's weather. So put on a jacket and shorts and get to Neesmith on Highway 341 in Jesup today. A 30-minute drive can save you thousands. Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC, Highway 341 in Jesup. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with approved credit, $4,089 due at signing. See dealer for details. Chevy, find new roads. More savings, less stress. That's what makes Neesmith in Jesup the best. Drive a 2020 Chevy Equinox 4-wheel drive LT for just $219 a month. That's an amazing deal, and you'll only find it at Neesmith in Jesup. A 30-minute drive can save you thousands. Head to Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC on Highway 341 in Jesup, or visit us online at neesmithjesup.net. We're your home for no-hassle dealing. 39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with approved credit. See dealer for details. Chevy, find new roads.
To achieve greatness, you may have to risk being sold down the river. There may be no better example of that than Frederick Douglass, one of the great African-American men in our nation's history. Sold down the river was an expression that originated when slave owners in the North sold rebellious slaves downriver to owners in the Deep South. Southern states tended to be much harsher to slaves than those in the North. For many slaves, being sold down the river was a death sentence, and attempting an escape was often considered too great a risk. But Frederick Douglass took that risk. He was born into slavery in Maryland and suffered terrible abuse at the hands of his owners. After escaping twice and suffering recapture, he feared that he'd be sold down the river. But on his third attempt, he successfully fled to freedom and began his abolitionist writing and speaking. Douglass became such a renowned writer and speaker, he was asked to serve as one of President Lincoln's advisors. He was even nominated for vice president in 1872. He was a dedicated Christian from his childhood, and Douglass was willing to risk everything, not only to create a better life for himself, but also for generations to come. What's your greatest fear? Whatever it is, perhaps it's time you took a risk to overcome it. It takes courage to create a better life for you and your family. Anything worthwhile usually does. For more to help you thrive, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
It's back, the Mega Meat Sale at your Jesup Piggly Wiggly. Super low prices on most all meats at Piggly Wiggly. Fresh ground beef, $1.98 a pound. Fresh Claxton chicken drumsticks or thighs, although 98 cents a pound. Whole boneless beef ribeyes, $3.98 a pound, and whole bone-in pork loin, $1.28 a pound. Fill up your freezers now during the Mega Meat Sale at the Pig with big savings on most all meats. Piggly Wiggly on West Cherry Street in Jesup.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhood thrive. We take the time to get to know our customers. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours, so we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Call me, Sean O'Quinn, your local Country Financial representative today to talk about how we can help